Hey guys, if anyone knows that blondes have more fun, it's me. But I also know what it takes to maintain it. Thankfully, at Joico, we're committed to getting blonde right. That's why we created Blonde Life, a line of home care and lightening products for women who choose to go blonde and want it to look healthy, shiny, and luminous. I'm Zoe Carpenter, Joico guest artist, and today I'm going to show you how to get a glamorous, cool champagne blonde using this new line. Brooke's hair has a brassy golden tone to it, but we're going to turn it into a cool, sophisticated blonde. You'll see a lot of blondes that don't pay attention to the underneath of their hair, but you want your hair to look light when it's against your skin and even when it's put up. I have my signature technique to share with you later. To start, section the hair into 4 sections. 2 in the front from the center of the ear forward and 2 vertical sections in the back. We are going to use 2 formulas today. Formula 1 is Blonde Life Lightening Powder with 20 Volume Developer. Formula 2 is VERO K-PAK Chrome Demi-Permanent Cream Color in B9 Platinum, mixed with its Chrome Developer. Beginning on the left side, apply Formula 1 by slicing vertical sections on an angle at the nape of the neck, leaving no hair out against the skin. Repeat 2 times to create a highlight against the collarbone. I choose to do my sections at an angle because it'll look more natural than horizontal sections. I also angle the brush to feather on the formula to create a softer line. You don't want any stripes because it'll look unnatural. These are what I like to call skin lights because they are highlights that rest against the skin. Repeat these back-to-back slices just behind the ear to highlight the jawbone. You'll notice I left some of the ends out. That's because some of Brooke's were fragile, so use your best judgment with your clients. For the rest of this section, I'm going to take fine diagonal sections about 1/8 of an inch thick and add fine highlights until I reach halfway to the top. This is where I start to add in a low light with Formula 2 to break up the hair and create dimension. Alternate a highlight, a low light, and a highlight back to back with no hairs left out. It's basically a highlight-low light sandwich. Then leave a section of the hair out and repeat until you reach the top. Here's a tip. Don't fold up the low light foil because that crease will create a line in the hair. Repeat the process on the other side. What I love about Blonde Life is that your hair will always have movement and shine thanks to the healthy hair ingredients in it. Once completed, go back to the left out ends on the surface, back comb, and apply Formula 1 to the ends. This adds a pop of vibrancy and dimension to the ends, and also corrects the uneven color she had previously. Now move on to the triangle section at the crown, and do those highlight-low light sandwiches again. You want to start at an angle and pivot to a horizontal to create a veil over the top of the head. Now it's time for the front. Section out a 1/2 inch deep and 1 inch wide section at the front of the part. We'll come back to that later. In front of the ears and at the temple, repeat the skin lights from step 2. At this point, I removed the foils we started with because I didn't want them to process for too long. It's important to keep track of how much processing time has passed. Then take thin diagonal sections from behind those front pieces and do fine highlights with Formula 1. As you reach the top half of the section, start to incorporate those highlight-low light sandwiches, leaving out natural hair in between each sandwich. Then take all the hair that was left out and divide it into 2 sections. Back comb and lay the ends onto a foil as you paint on Formula 1. Repeat on the other side. Now, let's go back to that fringe section we left out earlier. Take a thin section at the front and apply Formula 1, and then do 2 more back-to-back sections right behind it. Let it process for 20 minutes and rinse. Then apply a gloss of equal parts 9NV and clear with 5 Volume Developer. Process for 10 minutes. Finally, shampoo and condition with Blonde Life Brightening Shampoo and Conditioner. When you use the products together, your hair color will maintain its tone from the moment you step out of the salon until you go back. And that's how you get a glamorous blonde that is strong and healthy. For more color tips and tutorials, visit the Joico YouTube channel and download the Joy Color System app. I'm Zoe Carpenter. Let's live the blonde life together.